Nailankenar. Kajninar chola chinchibrim chumar.
The climate crisis is a much larger conversation than reducing CO2 emissions. And it is a much different conversation than just extreme weather. We're facing a shift in every aspect of our global reality. And climate migration is just one small part, but it's going to have ripple effects in both coastal cities and cities in the interior.
There was a negotiated text amongst the United Nations member states called the Global Compact for Safe, Orderly and Regular Migration, which has a whole section on how countries can develop policies to support people moving in the context of climate change.
Experts believe millions of people will be displaced by climate change over the next half century.
Everywhere is affected by this. Rich countries, poor countries, the Americas, the Pacific, Africa.
Unfortunately, we will have to expect severe consequences from sea level rise.
More people are more exposed to more extreme weather, and on top of that, there is weaker governance and there is violence.
When we talk about climate migrants or climate migration, we are talking about people who are moving in the context of climate change. So it can be a direct movement. For instance, there's an environmental event, there's a disaster, and they move. But it can also be an indirect relationship. So for instance, drought to make it more complicated for people to cultivate their land or to keep their herds. So for economic reasons, they might decide to move.
If you're fleeing the fact that you can no longer support your family because your crops don't grow, because the rain doesn't fall, you have no protection.
We do not change the way we are doing climate action now. What we are looking at, it's obviously millions of people moving within the next decades because of climate impacts. The more people raise awareness, the more they bring it to their local politicians, the more they discuss it, the more they even speak to people who have migrated and they give them a voice, then all of this is putting a lot of pressure on the international community to try to do something about it.